Today's video is sponsored by my self-haircut course.
It's your man Alex, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I fade and cut my own hair from the beginning to the end with all the useful tips and tricks you will need. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So to start off this self-haircut, I'm going to be using my trimmers to put in my first guideline. Now to start off, I'm going to be going up to about the corners of my eyebrows and then going straight back horizontally, and then as soon as I pass my ear, I'm going to have a slight downward angle towards the back of my head, and then of course I'm going to be doing the same thing on both sides, making sure that it's as even as possible. And now for the second guideline, I'm going to be using the no guard lever open. So again, when the lever position is in the open position, that basically means that you're going to be cutting off a little bit less hair, leaving the hair a tiny bit longer, right? So with the no guard lever open, I'm going to be going up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, about a finger's length in width, and just making sure I'm making it as even as possible going around my entire head. Now going back to the trimmer, I'm just going to be going in and softening up the bottom hard line. So with the trimmer, I'm just going to kind of have a very light, keep it light in your hands, flick out motion. So I'm not going to be trying to, dig into the hard line or do anything crazy. I'm very soft with my hands, and I'm just trying to flick at the hard line a little bit to soften it up. So now I'm going to be using the no guard and changing the lever position to the lever halfway, and then closing the lever completely to fade out the hard line. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably beginners or maybe like intermediate self haircutters. Maybe you're new to the game a little bit. So I know that for the most part, fading in the hard lines is probably the #1 problem that most self haircutters have, or beginner self haircutters. So this is a very, very critical step in the fading process. Like I said in the previous step, you have to soften up the hard line, and then going back with the no guard lever halfway, going up, flicking about halfway through the guideline, and then closing the lever completely to completely flick out that hard line. And now for the third guideline, I'm going to be using the half guard with the lever in the open position, and I'm going to be doing the same thing as the previous guideline. So I'm going up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch, again all the way around my head, doing my best to make sure that it's as even as possible all around. Now this fading step is a little bit easier than the previous one. I'm just going to be going in with the half guard. So the same exact guard that I just finished using, I'm just going to close the lever now, and now I should be able to flick out that bottom hard line as much as possible and completely get rid of it. And now for the next guideline, I'm going to be using the #1 guard lever open. So you guys can kind of see now, every single time I put in a new guideline, I'm using the lever open every single time. So same exact thing as the previous guidelines. I'm going up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch with the #1 guard lever open. And so now using the same exact #1 guard, I'm just going to go in and close the lever now and do the same thing as before with the half guard and start to flick out that bottom hard line. If you guys are liking this video so far, definitely leave a like and share this video with a friend. Also, we're super close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, make sure you click on the subscribe button to never miss any of my future tutorials. And now using the number 1.5 guard with the lever open, I'm just going to be going up another 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, but the difference this time is that I'm not going to be dragging the clipper against my scalp. I'm going to be going up at roughly a 90-degree angle. So instead of going with the curvature of my head, I'm going to be pulling the clipper up that 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, but still going 90 degrees straight off my head. And now to get rid of the hard line that I just created, I'm going to go in and close the lever completely to flick out that bottom hard line. You guys, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot of educational self-haircut videos aside from just tutorials on my platforms as shorts. So if you guys want to check out those videos, definitely follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well.
Before we continue with the video, I want to thank today's sponsor, my Self-Haircut course. My goal with this course is to help you learn a lifelong skill set that will keep your money in your pocket and save you hours of your time every self-haircut by not having to drive to and from a barbershop and pay for an inflated price plus the tip. Take advantage of my Self-Haircut course, which provides you weekly one-on-one private coaching calls, live streamed interactive self-haircut tutorials, a private community group chat, and over 60 high-quality videos on the Teachable platform. To start saving your time and money by learning how to cut your own hair, click on the first link in the description to start today. Thank you, Self-Haircut course, for sponsoring this video.
So now using the number 2 guard lever open, I'm going to be going up probably around 1/2 inch. And all I'm really trying to do here is kind of alleviate the hard line by my part line. So just using the number 2 guard lever open, go up about 1/2 inch or so with a 90-degree angle flick out motion. Because again, my hair is relatively short on top. All I'm trying to do at this point is blend in the hair on top with my clipper. And then going back in with the same guard, same number 2 guard with the lever closed, I'm just going to be going back in right underneath where I just was with the lever open to try and flick out any hard line that I might have created. So this step is definitely a little bit more of an advanced step. I know a lot of people get a little bit scared when they put scissors to their head, but quite frankly, I think using thinning shears is a very safe method of blending hair because it doesn't really take off the full amount of hair that you cut when it's in the blades. So using thinning shear over comb, I'm just going in and again, cleaning up that hair by the part line, making sure that there's no real hard lines, blending everything together, and overall just making the haircut look that much better. And now to make the overall self haircut that much nicer, I'm going in and fading in my beard. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how exactly I fade my beard with 3 to 4 simple steps, I'll leave that video linked for you guys in the card section above. Now to make the self haircut even more sharp, go in with your trimmers and clean up the lines around your hairline. I'm not going to be giving myself a lineup by my fringe because I'm growing out my hair, but everywhere else, doing everything that I can to make the lines a little bit sharper, ultimately making the self haircut look that much nicer. And so you guys, this is the self haircut. As you guys may or may not know, I'm by no means a barber whatsoever. I don't have a barber's license. I've never wanted to be a barber. I've literally just been cutting my own hair since I was 13 years old. I turned 27 in 2 weeks. So for 50% of my life, I've been cutting my own hair. And now I'm here on the internet trying to teach as many people as I possibly can how to save real money and real time by learning this awesome skill set. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Check out the links in the description down below, and I'll catch you all next time.